Okay, for this project you're going to make a maze. You can see up here there's an example one. I'm just going to run you through a few things that are on there, and then you actually get the code given to you that you can adapt on the web page. But I've got three sprites. So I've got my character, which is at the bottom down here, and I've shrunk that character. So basically, if my character was too big to start with, I literally come up to here where it says shrink, click on shrink, and then double click on the character, and every time I click on the character it makes it smaller. So even if you bring in an image that's too big, you can use this to actually shrink it down. I'll show you that now. So if I bring in another figure, anyone will do for now, bring the bat in. That bat's way too big. I can click up here on the shrink, and every time I click on it, it shrinks down smaller. So if I wanted to use a smaller character in my maze, I could do it that way. And then once I've clicked off it, that would still be too big to fit between the gaps. I'd make it a little bit smaller again, and that would be perfect. I'm not going to use that one, so I'm going to come back to my bat and I'm going to delete it. But that's what I did with my Pico character, to make it small enough to fit between the walls of my maze. Okay, I've got something called a goal. The goal is just a square shape that my character has got to reach. So when my character touches this pink square, the game finishes. While the game's running, there's a timer here that's going to count. So basically I want to get from the beginning to the end as fast as I possibly can. So I'll just show it to you running first of all, so you get an idea of how it works. So I'm going to click my flag, and I'm going to use my keyboard, and I can move around, and you can see as I move around, if I hit a wall, I've got to steer him through the gaps, and on the right hand side there I've got a timer running to see how fast I can get through. And that's basically the competition of it. I'm getting stuck there. So I'm using my up, down, left, right arrow keys, bang, and then as soon as I hit the pink, my timer stops, and that's my score basically. So the next person will have to try and get through even faster. Obviously, the first time you do the maze, you're not sure which is the best route through, so you're going to get better the more you play it. Now I'm going to explain how you make the maze itself, and I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the code that's being used